Hello student, good morning. In today's video of Industry 4.0, unit number 2, a conceptual framework for the Industry 4.0, lecture number 2, we will see regarding the topic the supportive technologies part 1, that what are the supportive technologies being used to develop or to go for the Industry 4.0, so that we can easily implement the Industry 4.0 in the industries. So I have divided the supportive technologies in part 1 and part 2. So there are around 12 different technologies to be implemented in Industry 4.0. Here we will see the 6 different technologies used to implement the Industry 4.0. These technologies are not known to you if you have attended or gone through my lectures of first unit, then it is a repetitive of that, but in detail. So the followings are the supportive technologies for Industry 4.0. The first is adaptive robotic, second is additive manufacturing, third is embedded system, that is cyber physical infrastructure, fourth is cloud technology, fifth is simulation, sixth is virtual reality and augmented reality, that is AR/VR, seventh is data analytics and artificial intelligence, eighth is communication and networking, ninth is radio frequency, RFID, RTLS, 10th is cyber security, 11th is sensors and actuators, and 12th is mobile technology. So in this part 1 we will see total 1 to 6 serial number technologies, that is adaptive robotics, additive manufacturing, embedded system, cloud technology, simulation and AR/VR. So in today's lecture of part 1, the supportive technology, we will cover these 6 technologies, and in part 2 we will cover other 6 technologies. So let us see the first one, adaptive robotics. Adaptive and flexible robots combined with the usage of artificial intelligence provide easier manufacturing of different products by recognizing the lower segment of each part. This segmentation proposes to provide decreasing production cost, reducing production time and waiting time in operation. Now adaptive robots are those robots which we design as per our requirement, and the usage of this adaptive robotics will decrease the production cost, reduce the production time and also reduce the waiting time in the operation. It will work on the artificial intelligence and provide easier manufacturing of different product by recognizing the lower segment of each part. So here robot will work universally for manufacturing the different products. So this is the adaptive type of robots which will work according how we required for the different products. Additionally, adaptive robots are useful in manufacturing system, especially in the design, manufacturing and assembly phases. So we have seen in the automotive production line this type of robots are used. Nowadays in manufacturing industries also this type of robots are used. Recently this type of robots are used for welding, for pick and place type of activity. This type of robots are used. So this is the first technology, that utilization of robots or adaptive or robotics will be the first technology that will use to support the Industry 4.0. Now the second one is additive manufacturing. See, in conventional manufacturing we see that from a particular workpiece, if our final job of a square or cube is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, then we have to take the workpiece of 1.2 mm or something 1 meter plus some additional more than 1 meter plus mm of cube is taken, and then machining is done and material is removed, and a product is obtained. But additive manufacturing is a set of emerging technology that produce three-dimensional objects directly from the digital models through an additive process, particular by shorting and joining the product with proper polymers, ceramics or metal. In additive manufacturing, you can see the plastic is used, polymers are used, ceramic also are used, and even nowadays metals also are used in the additive manufacturing. So this 3D printing, it use a plastic or you can say polymer material and create a 3D model by adding the material layer by layer. So here there is no you can say uh, the waste of material is only for the supports which we used. Otherwise the entire product which is solid 3D generated, it is developed by adding, by editing the or adding the plastic material. Similarly, there are different types of 3D printers, 3D printing technologies are there. So even ceramic and metal also are used in this technology. In detail, additive manufacturing is initiated by forming computer aided design and modeling that arrange a set of digital features of the product and submit description of the item to the industrial machine. It means here a 3D CAD model is designed, and after that this 3D CAD model is being uploaded in the say G code software, Cura, Snapmaker, or some of the companies, 3D printer companies are having their monopoly to give their own software. Cura is a kind of software which is available at open source software available at the and on the website, and you can download it, and which helps to convert all our CAD files to STL file for printing a 3D model. So additive manufacturing will play an important role. It will save time as well as save material for the production, and wastage of material will be reduced. The third is embedded system, that is cyber physical infrastructure. I told you embedded system named as cyber physical system. It is a cluster of say hardware, software and a networking, that is CPS, can be explained as supportive technology for the organizations and coordination of networking system between its physical infrastructure and computational capability. In this respect, physical and digital tools should be integrated and connected with each other devices in order to achieve decentralized action. So here this is a kind of embedded system that which will keep watch, a kind of networking between the physical and computational software, the networking between hardware and software, that is physical and cyber, both computational networking. For example, this type of embedded system or networking we can see in the flights. They can means they are having a network, and the GPS location tracks the location of flight, and by sitting in the terminals they can look after to the weather reports and transmit the signals to the aircraft, so that the system becomes very easy and convenient, and they can take the decision whether they need to fly or not. Similarly, this type of system can be used for the manufacturing, and this will become must to use this embedded system. The main benefit is that we can control we can have the knowledge of each and every activity, plus nowadays the integration of software and hardware, means the software and the physical components or cyber as well as physical system has become must for the industry 4.0. Many industries are utilizing this for the automation. As we can say, automation is a part of embedded system. Now here in the diagram you can see with the very bottommost, that is amusement machines, then printer, cars, mobile phones, smartphones, camera, game machines, electronic book, tablet, televisions, industry, airlines, space, broadcasting, medical, and digital signals. So this nowadays all these systems has been embedded as a cyber and physical system. So one near that the photograph of aeroplane, it has also mentioned that industry, airlines and space. Nowadays even industries are being utilizing this CPS form, that is cyber physical infrastructure form or cyber physical system, in order to develop the I 4.0. In other we can say ES, that is embedded system generally integrates physical reality with respect to innovative functionality including computing and communication infrastructure. So this is the one of the technology, the third technology, the embedded system, which is used to generate or to support the I 4.0. The fourth is cloud technology. As I told you, the term cloud includes both cloud computing and cloud based manufacturing and design. Cloud manufacturing implies the coordinate and linked production that stands or available on demand manufacturing. So all the data or number of parameter, with considering number of parameters in designing the product are on the cloud. Depending on the requirement, the products are already in advance available at the cloud server, and we can start printing it on demand very quickly. Demand based manufacturing use the collection of distributed manufacturing resources to create and operate reconfigurable cyber physical manufacturing system. So here you can see this is a cloud based computing where end users, it is a networking, and network is connected with our softwares, and we can collect the data from the server in order to available on demand manufacturing system. So it has all the data of universal will be available on the cloud, and whatever the as per the demand of the customer, we can download it and go for the manufacturing of that particular product. Here the main purpose is enhancing efficiency by reducing product life cycle cost and enabling the optimal resource utilization by copying the viable demand customer focused work. So here, as all the components or all the products are available on the cloud, so depending on the demand of the customer, you can directly download or copy the product and go for the printing, considering the copyright act, or by reducing the designing time. Also the main purpose is enhancing the efficiency by reducing the product life cycle cost and enabling the optimal resources utilization. So you can you can also increase or optimize the usage of the resources in the cloud computing. So this will be one of the best data storing or data management system for on the cloud, so that the manufacturing becomes very easy. Nowadays the 3D softwares or the 3D CAD models in the Fusion 360, as you know, they are whenever you can design that and place it on the server of the 360 or internet on the cloud, you can access that. As it is connected to the internet, you can access that the design which you have designed from anywhere from this world, and you need only the internet and some space to download it or access that particular thing. You need not always go for the designing and copying that particular design and keeping it in your pen drive or hard disk. So this is the benefit of the cloud technology. The next is simulation. This is one of the best technology, according to me, as it is going to be used in the industry 4.0. Friends, you have gone for the driving license or or creating a driving license. Now, when you are sitting in the simulation of that particular car you are driving, it will give you the actual feel of uh, driving a car. So, sometimes what happens, simulation plays a very important role in the perspective of Industry 4.0. Simulation can be evaluated as a supportive tool to follow and reflection gathered from various parameter changes and enables the visualization in decision making. With the simulation, you can uh, develop the actual thing in the software. You can gather the information, and after that you can by visualizing that thing, you can take the decision where you want to make the changes or something like that. For example, when you are preparing in civil engineering, when we are preparing to prepare a model of house, the entire house is designed, and after that customer visualize it that my house will look like that, and if he needs to make some changes, he can take the changes, he can suggest the changes to the architect engineer, because of the simulation. So similar thing can be available for the, suppose one person is going to design his industry. So after placing all the machines and models, industry layout, he can visualize the entire model of the industry. As you can see here, he can visualize the entire layout of his industry, and he can suggest for any changes whichever he like for the his respective any industry or product or whatever it is. So simulation is a kind of thing which is designed with the help of software, and which will be similar to this your actual model. You will visualize it, and you can take the decision as if you need to change it or not. Simulation can be adapted in product development, testing and optimization, production process development and optimization, and facility design and improvement. So you can say these are the some of the points where the simulation can help. Additionally, simulation can reflect uh, what if scenario to improve the robustness of the process. So even if you need to change in the location of the machine or location of the component, with the help of simulation you can do it. The next technology is virtual reality, that is VR, and the augmented reality, that is AR. Virtualization technologies are based on AR and VR tools that are entire the integration of computer support reflect of a real world environment with additional and valuable information. So AR VR tools are a kind of VR box if you wear on the eyes, and thereafter you will feel the reality as in the surrounding. You will feel as actual environment you are facing. According to this purpose, visualization technologies have four functional requirements. Scene capturing, whatever the scene or everything you are seeing, that should be captured. Scene identification, scene processing, that particular scene should be identified and then it should be processed. And scene visualizing. So whatever the AR VR is related to the whatever the physical object you are seeing. Suppose you are when you wear the VR, and if the VR file is of aeroplane cockpit you are sitting, then you will feel that you are sitting in an aeroplane and driving it. Whenever you will move your head, you will feel like that as you are sitting in the plane, an entire cockpit is with around you. Thus, hardware such as handheld device, stationary visualization system, spatial visualization system, head mounted display, smart glass, smart lens are utilized for the implementation. In the next slide, I'll show you the figure of that or images. Approach for visualization technologies displays are based on three focus. The first is video based adaptation supported by the camera that assist augmented information. Second is optical adaptation that user gives information by wearing a special display and the project of stated object. So here you can see in the photograph a person has weared the VR glass and with the help of software augmented reality he can see the entire assembly of the motor, rotor, armature. He can separate it out and he can see the entire internal assembly of a motor. So what is the advantage of that? Here the physical model of motor is not required, only the software or the soft model of the VR is required, and he can see entire. So once you design the entire assembly of a 3D model in the 3D CAD software, you can develop the CAD model which will help in AR and VR to see that. Similarly, you can, with the help of this technology, you can even enter any of the machinery. You can even see the medical science. You can see the working of heart. You can see the working of turbine. You can see the working of boiler also, how that boilers are working, how the turbines are working, how the automotive engines are working. So this is the advantage and benefit of the visual AR and VR technique. So friends, I hope all these 6 technologies which are being used, going to use or support the industry 4.0 are very important from the industry 4.0 aspect. So I once again repeat it. The first one was adaptive robotics, then second one was additive manufacturing, that is 3D printer and all, embedded system, the networking of cyber physical infrastructure. The fourth one was cloud technology, fifth one is simulation, and sixth one is AR VR technology. So thank you very much for watching this video. I request you all to subscribe our channel, society.gandhinagar. Thank you very much.